So in Ark Medieval, we have a completely custom crafting and cooking system different from Ark Survival Ascended or Ark Survival Evolved. Our system is pretty straightforward, and we've made it as self-explanatory as possible in the mod, but we're going to show you here anyway. So the station itself will tell you if it needs water. If it says no water connected, that means it needs water. If it doesn't need water, it won't say anything. So just put a tap or a water tank, anything nearby, to water your station, and it will change to connected to water. Your output box here is where your crafted items will show up after a goblin finished crafting them for you. As you see, it says no orders in queue right now. That means nothing is being crafted. We have an input box over here. They always have the in and out signs on them, but if you would like to hide those signs, you can. If you don't like, or if you don't want them on your build for aesthetic reasons, you can hide those. And you can also cancel your crafting queue here. So if you're crafting something and you change your mind, you can cancel it and get all your resources back from the job you've ordered there. Now, your input box will have your instructions for what to do if you're confused or not sure where to start. Like right now, it says Tinker Goblin is missing from the mixing station, telling you that the mixing station requires a Tinker Goblin to function. So if we hold E on the main structure here, we see this select Tinker Goblin to attach. You can do that, and you can stop selecting, and that little line will go away. But once you select Tinker Goblin, a green line will show up, and you just stand next to your Tinker Goblin for 5 seconds when that green line's attached, and it will attach that Tinker Goblin to the station. And then you can also remove the Tinker Goblin from the station at any time, and you get the same Tinker Goblin back. So we're going to add him to the station real quick, since our barrel says we need a Tinker Goblin. And then once he's added, that will go away in about 5 or 10 seconds. A new instruction will pop up for you if you don't want to do. But we know what to do. So inside of all of the crafting and cooking stations are recipe cards. In all your crafting stations, every recipe will be there. In your cooking stations, a few basic recipes will be there, but you can find more cooking recipes in the open world in loot crates, goblin raid encampments, and other mechanics we'll be adding in the future, such as open world boss fights and so on and so forth. But today, I think we're going to craft up some stucco. So we're going to grab the stucco recipe out of the main structure, and we're going to put it in the input box. As you can see, it says insert recipe card to begin. Now, you can do more than one recipe card at a time. You can put as many as you want in there, but do note, whatever you put in there at once is one item in the crafting queue per recipe card, and that whole item has to craft before you can get it. So we're going to put 100 in, which means we're going to craft 100, or we're going to craft 10 stucco because we have 100 sand and it takes 10 sand. So this is going to craft that much stucco. So we're going to put these in here, and then we're going to wait a second. It should start working. And when your goblin starts to animate, that's how you know they are crafting. And it'll tell you how long you have to wait right here. It says your order will be ready in 2, 1. And when your order's done, the goblin will stop animating and your resources will be there. And you can take your extra stuff back out of here or leave it in there. It really doesn't matter. But if you happen to pull recipe cards out and walk off with them and die, or you forget what you did with them, fear not, there is a generate new recipe cards button, so you can get new recipe cards. It only gives one, so if you don't have to worry about ending up with a full inventory of recipe cards. But that is how easy it is. Some stations also have the ability to add a dino to the station. So if you see another option in the radial menu here that has a dino, that means you can add a dino to that station as well, and adding that dino will cause the station to go faster when it crafts, but as no dinos are required, as not every dino is available on every map, but goblins are required in every single structure.